So guys, is it legal to talk about Spain without watching ZNMD? Because I haven't watched ZNMD. And Spain has issued some crazy immigration changes that's gonna make it much easier for foreigners to move there, including 2 new work permits that you can apply for yourself. Now there are a bunch of changes and I'm gonna go through all of it so that you can decide if you wanna be in Spain next and dance with or like a senorita. So if you are a ZNMD lover or just a Spain lover in general, this video is for you. Alright, before starting this video, I really hope the movie police is not coming after me, but I want to let a little secret about me out. I actually don't like watching movies or anything on screen in general. It's kind of funny that somebody who likes making videos does not watch moving pictures in general. A lot of my friends say that I'm weird and I like to believe that, but you let me know what you think about that and let me know in the comments if you're also one of those people who feel like this is a very passive activity and not fun at all. Now let's come to the main topic of today's video, which is Spain. Like I said, Spain has issued a lot of changes and this might be a good time for you to go grab a notebook so that you can make some notes because there are a lot and this is going to be a very technical video. The first and the biggest change is that now there are 2 permits for highly skilled professionals in Spain and the employees themselves can apply for it. Earlier, the employees were not allowed to apply for that, so that's really the biggest change. These will be called Spain's Highly Qualified Professional Permits and EU's Highly Qualified Professional Permits. EU Highly Qualified Professional Permit is just EU Blue Cards being renamed. Apart from this, there's also been a major change. Now you can apply for these permits for a whole of 3 years. Initially, you could only apply for the EU Blue Card for just 1 year. So you can apply for an EU Blue Card for a whole of 3 years. And after those 3 years, you can renew it again for 2 more years, post which you can apply for your PR. The second big change is that as part of the EU Blue Card process, employers no longer have to conduct a labor market assessment. Up until now, employers had to conduct a labor market assessment to prove it to the government that no foreign national was available to fill the role. A lot of countries do demand this, but Spain has taken that away, which means sponsoring EU Blue Cards has become easier both on grounds of money, so lesser cost investment and lesser time investment. The third big change is that employees who are applying for EU Blue Cards must be paid 1 to 1.6 times of annual gross salary. Just to give you some context, most countries require that whenever you are issuing a work permit to a foreigner, you must pay them above market. Spain has also taken that down. You can pay them above market, but even if you pay them at market, which is like the number 1, so 1 times of what the person would generally get if he was a Spanish national, that's also fine. So you don't have to pay somebody above the market to get them in. Again, this makes it easier for foreigners to find opportunities in Spain. Fourth, and an amazing change that I highly commend is that now the educational requirements for EU Blue Cards in Spain has gone down. So as long as you are someone who has an equivalent of level 2 of the Spanish qualifications framework for higher education, which means a bachelor's degree, you are good to apply. If you don't have a bachelor's degree, that's also fine. So you don't even need a bachelor's degree now. If you don't have a bachelor's degree, all you need is 5 years of work experience. And this 5 years work experience comes down further when you are somebody who's in the IT field, then you only need 3 years. Also, employees who were holding vocational certificates can apply for the EU Blue Cards. Previously, these people were not even allowed to apply for the EU Blue Cards in Spain. When it comes to applying for the national permit for highly qualified professionals in Spain, which is like the EU Blue Card, but the EU Blue Card gives you access to the whole European labor market. The Spain Highly Qualified Professional Permit will only give you access to the Spanish market. So if you're applying for that, the educational requirements are actually lower. You only need level 1, which means equivalent to level 1 of the Spanish qualifications framework for higher education. And if you don't have that, that's fine. You can also have 3 years of work experience in whichever sector or profession you're from. And finally, residence application of dependents will be processed with the main applicant. So if you're somebody who has family, you have your wife, you have your kids, you have dependent parents, you can apply for their resident permits along with your application. So you don't have to move without family, you can move with them. Now that we've discussed all the major changes, let's take a little bit of a step back and discuss how does this impact you. Well, according to me, the biggest change that I see here is that there are 2 new work permits that you can target. One is the EU Blue Card. Like I said, the benefit is that this will give you access to the whole EU labor market. So you can really apply for jobs anywhere in Europe after you move to Spain on this particular permit. You can also apply for the Spain Highly Qualified Professional Permit. The requirements are slightly lower compared to the EU Blue Card. If you're somebody who does not have the 5 years of work ex, or if you don't have the level 2 that they need, you have the level 1, you can apply for Spain's Highly Qualified Professional Permit. So how does this help us? Well, previously only employers could apply for the EU Blue Card and whatever work visa Spain had. Now the employees can also apply for this. Also, the employers don't need to do any labor market assessment. They don't need to pay you above the market. They don't need to give you any kind of sponsorship. This means that you're equivalent to any local candidate in Spain. They've also taken down the language requirements, so you don't have to be somebody who's fluent in Spanish. As long as you're good in English, that's what they need. This helps you in multiple ways because it makes you comparable to a local candidate. So when you're applying for jobs, this is how you can pitch yourself. You can go and tell the prospective employer that you don't need any kind of sponsorship. If you get selected for a particular job, these are the 2 work permits that you can apply for yourself. You don't need anything from them. You don't need the labor assessment. You don't need to get paid above the market. Nothing at all. All that you need is a job offer that they would offer to anyone in Spain or outside. Alright, I hope that you have followed me till here. I do understand that this is very technical, so if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll take care of them. Now let's understand how is it that you can apply for the jobs. Since it's become so easy to apply for jobs, how should we do it? Well, the easiest way to do it is through 2 major portals. One is LinkedIn, one is Gures. I'm going to leave both of those on the screen for you guys to check it out. And you can also see on the screen how many jobs are open in Spain right now. Honestly guys, this is a bumper opportunity to move to Spain and to Europe in general. What I like about Spain more than other European countries is that the weather is good. It's still very cosmopolitan and food is good. So make sure you use this bumper opportunity to your advantage and apply for jobs in Spain. Make sure you also use the pitch that I suggested in this particular video because that is what's going to push your application through. All other info regarding this big immigration change in Spain will be in the caption, so check it out and let me know in the comments below how did you like this video. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon and do all the fun stuff and come and see me back in a video again. Also, I have tons of video on my channel, so if you want, you can see me there as well. On that note, this video has come to an end. Thank you for sticking along with me and taking a trip to Spain. This Senorita here hopes that you find your heart in Spain and you stay safe and healthy. And until we meet again, stay safe. Namaste. So, change number 1. It's a beautiful bird up there. There you go. That's a bird. It's orange in color. So pretty. See? Is Spain where this is I'm waiting for the bird to shut up, but is Spain where they did the Tomatina festival or whatever? I think, or no. It's where they had that song, no? Senorita. La 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 la.